What's going on, guys? It's Elam here, and welcome to another video in Wild Kinetics. I want to show you guys one of my favorite projects that I've been working on that I've really loved, and that is this gas bike right here. So this is an 80cc two-stroke gas engine that I put on my bike to just convert it to like a gas bike, and it works pretty decently well for what it looks like. I mean, this is not the highest performing thing in the world. This is held by duct tape, the chain's rusty and all that, but it does do the job, and it's just amazing, because instead of getting a car or an e-bike or something like that, I could get this kit. This kit was like $130 on Amazon, and then you add in a few more bucks from tools, and you get about $200 that I've invested into this, and it's a pretty good investment. Now, they say that the range is pretty good. It gets like 100 miles to the gallon, and this is about a half-gallon tank right here, but I haven't been able to get that distance with this really. I'm still kind of breaking it in, so it's not going to get that much range, but yeah, this is what it looks like. And so I just wanted to show you guys and see if we can take it on some test runs. Let's see it. Basically, how this thing works is you have your engine, you have your clutch system right here, you have your chain, your sprocket, you have your clutch engage lever, and you have your throttle and a kill switch. So say you want to get started, right? You want to get the engine up and running. You're going to pedal until you get up to maybe about 10-12 miles an hour, and then you're doing that. As you're doing that, you hold this down to move the bike, because when you have this release like this, the engine is engaged. When you keep it closed like this, pedal mode is on, which means the clutch is disengaged, right? So you want to keep the clutch disengaged, you want to pedal, get up to a good speed, and then you want to flick the switch, you want to let go of it, and then it's going to engage the engine's going to turn over, and it's going to start running. And then obviously to accelerate, decelerate, etc., you pull the throttle. If you want to stop, you basically press the clutch to disengage the engine, and then you press this kill switch right here, which will stop the engine, and then you keep this lever pressed until you come to a standstill. Some lessons that I have learned while riding this is, one, you can leave the engine idling while it's at a stop. So you have it pressed like this, like say you got to stop at a stoplight or at a crossing or whatever, right? So you keep this thing pressed like this, right? Well, you can't actually start up right away. You actually have to pedal a little bit and then get it started up, because if you start up from a standstill, that's a lot of torque that's going to the engine, and it will just stall on you just right away. Believe me, happened to me a bunch of times. Try not to do that, all right? Another thing I have learned from having this gas bike is that you basically, when you get it engaged, when you disengage the clutch and you're trying to pedal, and once the engine gets started, don't stop pedaling, because sometimes the engine will stall because it's really trying to run on its own power right at the beginning. So what I like to do, especially at the beginning of the day when I first start riding and start getting the engine warmed up, I pedal a little bit while the engine is still running to kind of get it rolling, and then what I do is then I let it go. And then when I start pedaling, I don't stop pedaling until I can feel the engine throttle just kind of like pulling the bike forward. But if you don't feel that, just keep pedaling a little bit. Believe me, it'll save you a lot of time and trouble. is how you start it up from the beginning. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully it was informative to you and learning about how a gas bike works, how to get it started up and running, some tips and tricks, etc. that I've learned while riding this bike. If you guys have any questions regarding the gas bike, I'll be sure to answer those. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I am no expert on gas bikes. This is just from my personal experience riding one. I had a lot of help building this, thanks to my friend and his dad who helped me build this, but this is just something I've learned from like riding it and using it, etc. Alright, so don't forget to leave a like and comment down below for video suggestions for any videos you'd like to see in the future. I'll be sure to take a look at those. I appreciate you for all your support, and as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.